What if lifting weights every day isn't helping you build muscle faster? Or is it? You're in the gym every single day. No rest, no excuses. So you should be jacked by now, right? But is all that effort actually paying off? In this video, we're breaking down exactly what happens to your body when you lift weights every single day. The short-term gains, the long-term risks, and the truth about how muscle actually grows. Because somewhere along the way, more equals better became the gospel. But here's the thing. Muscle isn't built in the gym. It's built in recovery. So if you're pushing hard every day and not seeing results, it might not be your work ethic. It might be your strategy. Let's start with why so many lifters fall into the train every day trap, and why it feels like the right thing to do, even when it's not. Why people lift every day. Most people don't train every day because they love pain or hate rest. They do it because they think it'll help them build muscle faster. The logic makes sense. More workouts equals more volume equals more hypertrophy, right? The more you train, the more you stimulate your muscles. So the more they should grow. And that belief gets reinforced everywhere. You'll hear phrases like, no days off, outwork everyone, and see influencers pumping out content 7 days a week. It makes rest feel like weakness, like if you're not constantly pushing, you're falling behind. So it's easy to fall into the trap of training every day. And at first, it might feel like it's working. But if you're not careful, that more is better mindset can backfire, leading to plateaus, fatigue, or even slower gains than you'd get from training less. What happens physically when you lift every day? When you lift weights, you're not building muscle, you're actually breaking it down. Training causes micro tears in the muscle fibers, and it's only during rest that your body repairs those fibers, making them bigger and stronger. But if you're hitting the gym every day, especially training the same muscle groups without recovery, that repair process gets interrupted. Instead of growing, you're just stacking damage on damage. Over time, this can lead to chronic fatigue, elevated cortisol, sleep disruption, and eventually plateaus or even regression. You might feel like you're doing everything right, showing up, working hard, but under the surface, your body is struggling to keep up. And here's the worst part. You probably won't even realize it's happening. Until your lifts stall, your energy crashes, or you look the same week after week. If this is sounding familiar, like you've been training hard but not seeing the results, drop a like to let me know this is hitting home, and subscribe if you want more no-fluff videos that actually help you grow. No hype. Just real training advice that works. So if training breaks your body down, when exactly does it build back up? Recovery is where growth happens. Muscle growth doesn't happen in the gym. It happens after. When you sleep, when you eat, and most importantly, when you recover. Every effective training program balances stimulus with recovery time. If you skip that recovery window, or cram sessions back to back, you're robbing your body of the chance to grow. And it's not just your muscles that suffer. Your nervous system needs time to reset. Your hormones need time to stabilize. Your connective tissue needs time to adapt. If you're always sore, always tired, always grinding, that's not discipline. That's your body asking for a break. And when you finally give it one, that's when progress clicks, strength returns, pumps feel better, you recover faster. It's not about doing less, it's about doing the right amount and letting your body actually respond to it. But that brings up a big question. What about training splits, especially the classic bro split that trains each muscle just once a week? Bro split versus smart programming. The classic bro split has been around forever. Chest on Monday, back on Tuesday, legs once if you're lucky. Each muscle group gets hammered once a week, then left alone until next time. And yes, it can work, especially if you're training with high volume, perfect form, and recovering like a pro. But for most lifters, especially naturals, it's just not the most efficient way to grow. Research and real-world results show that training a muscle twice a week leads to better hypertrophy. Why? Because after 48 to 72 hours, that muscle is ready to be trained again. So, if you only hit it once a week, you're leaving growth on the table, and likely overtraining the rest of your week just to feel busy. Compare that to smarter programming, like upper-lower splits, push, pull, legs, or full body routines. These let you train more muscles more often with better recovery. You still work hard, but you recover harder, and that's where real gains come from. So what's the sweet spot? How often should you really be lifting if your goal is size and strength? Smarter weekly training strategy. For most lifters, the answer isn't 7 days a week. It's more like 3 to 5 focused sessions with your total weekly volume for each muscle group spread across multiple sessions, not crammed into a single day. And that volume doesn't have to be identical for every muscle. Bigger muscles like your legs or back might thrive on 2 sessions a week, while smaller groups like biceps, calves, or rear delts can often handle a little more frequency. You can still push hard, you can still train with intensity, but you give your body time to respond, repair, and actually grow. And it doesn't have to be rigid. Maybe one week you train 5 times, the next week 4. As long as you're progressing, recovering, and consistent over time, that's how you build real size. Not by maxing out your schedule, but by maxing out your recovery. So, what happens if you lift weights every day? You might get stronger at first, but without proper recovery, you're not building, you're just surviving. If you're training hard but still not seeing results, it's not that you're not working hard enough. It might be that you're not recovering smart enough. Drop a comment below. Are you lifting every day right now? Have you ever tried it? Let me know what your training split looks like. And if you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more no BS muscle building videos.